SCP-5885 Necromance. Anomaly Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5885 is currently uncontained, and it is suspected that its anomalous properties preclude the possibility of future containment. Task Force Ein-6, Memento Mori, has been deployed to recover the bodies of J. Riddle and prevent members of the public from witnessing the associated demanifestation events, as well as doctoring and suppressing records of the body's disappearances. Description: SCP-5885 is a temporal and probabilistic anomaly centered around the death of one J. Riddle, which occurs repeatedly at intervals of exactly 24 hours. The cause of death is variable in each case, but corresponds loosely with demographic norms for the location and age. Riddle will always be at least 18 years of age at the time of death, and displays abnormal weighting towards death at a younger age, average of 22 years compared with 70 for the global population. All instances to date have been physically and genetically identical, excepting environmental factors, and raised in a predominantly English-speaking nation. Riddle's corpse will disappear exactly 24 hours following their death, accompanied by a low-energy burst of microwave radiation and its tachyon equivalent. The next instance will die immediately following this, but no causal link between the two events has ever been established. Notably, each instance of Riddle will have large amounts of corroborating evidence supporting their life for at least 18 years prior, but will never have been located by any individual or organization with reason to identify SCP-5885. As a consequence, Riddle has only ever been identified post-mortem, and only after the disappearance of the prior corpse. The date of the first occurrence of SCP-5885 is unclear. Records by Foundation precursor groups confirm its existence as far back as 1667 Common Era, but civilian documents identify the deaths of 3 Englishmen by the name of Jordan Riddle on 3 consecutive days in 1107 Common Era. Detainment and Interrogation. On Redacted, SCP-5885 resulted in the death of an instance of Riddle within 2 kilometers of Research Site Tau. The body was brought to the site and placed within a refrigerated containment unit within the range of a zinc Anastasicos constant temporal sink, or exacts. The body demanifested and remanifested repeatedly within the 24-hour window had passed, but stabilized in constant reality at 1455 local time. Past this point, the power drawn by the exacts from the site's reactor increased exponentially. No additional SCP-5885 related death was recorded. With the temporal anomaly temporarily neutralized, a detail from the Department of Spectral Phenomena was transported to the site, and a post-mortem interview was conducted. A transcript of the interview is included below. Interviewer: Dr. S. Kostra. Interviewee: Jamie Riddle, deceased. Forward. Interview conducted by means of SCP Redacted, augmented by salvage paratechnology. Begin log. Kostra: Hello, Jamie. Riddle: What the fuck? Hello, Jamie. You've had a bit of an accident, but you're okay now? Can you remember where you were last? We'd like to ask you some questions if that's okay. I died. I died. How the fuck did you do this? You had an accident, but we were able to... No, I died. I was gone. And it was about time, too. And then you... Jesus Christ, he's gonna be so worried. You're aware of your deaths, then? What? Kinda, sure. Listen, I'm sure this is great news for whatever procedure you're trying here, but I was in the middle of something. Christ, you're gonna kill me. Exacts reaches 20% allotted power drain. We won't be doing that, Jamie. Do you remember working as a waiter in Milton Keynes? How the fuck is that important? I'm sorry, God, you've gotta understand, this is a big thing for me. You're fucking up a lot of stuff right now. I'm sorry for that. We've only got a few more things to ask. Do you know why you keep dying? Everyone does. If you haven't noticed, it's like the only guaranteed thing. Ah, yes, that and taxes. right? Sure, I guess? Exacts reaches 50% allotted power drain. Alright, to phrase it a different way, do you know why you keep coming back? I don't. Come back, I mean. Not like that. I don't think you really get it, and I don't really want to explain it to you, to be honest. It's private. Right. Sorry. Sorry? Your death is private? Yeah. Well, okay, just 2 more. Please, ask quickly. Exacts reaches 70% allotted power drain. Think I might have to. Do you know why we're not able to find you until the old you dies? That's how things work. Things have to happen one after another. Riddle runs their hands through their hair and looks around nervously. All this is pretty straightforward. We're not doing anything illegal. Just 1 more, right? Yes. You mentioned him earlier. Would you mind telling me who he is? Riddle smiles and looks down. They stroke a long vertical scar on their left wrist. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Sorry. Exact succeeds allotted power drain. Warning alarm plays. I'm guessing that means our time's up, or Riddle gestures to the scalpels next to them. Do I have to do this the the old-fashioned way? No, that's all. Thank you. Alright, thanks, I guess. Please never do this shit again? No promises. SCP Redacted is deactivated, and Riddle ceases movement. The Exacts powers down, and the body demanifests at 17:30 local time. End log. Shortly following the conclusion of this interview, a deceased 18-year-old instance of Riddle was discovered in London, England. The cause of death was suicide by hanging, and the time of death was consistent with SCP-5885, with no variation caused by the above detainment. A heart was drawn in lipstick on the mirror of their hotel room's bathroom, with the crude skull drawn inside. The significance of this is presently unknown. Although they left no suicide note, preliminary investigation teams report the body to be smiling. Thank you for listening to SCP-5885. If you enjoyed this SCP, please follow the link in the description to the SCP Wiki, and vote it to support it and the Wiki as a whole. Also, if you have any SCPs you'd like for me to do, please leave a comment below, and I'll see what I can do.